Nick Hart from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Eric Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go! Bam, 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 bam.
Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, my name's Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, aka Mama Lou.
Welcome back.
Woo! All right, so I had this idea a couple of weeks ago because I never go on Instagram, and I've been trying to get on Instagram a little bit more. I still suck at it, but I was scrolling through, and 98 Degrees shared this post. Obviously, there's no sound, and it says, today we are taking it back to the year 2000 to celebrate the 22nd anniversary of our album, Revelation. Comment with your favorite track below. So, and then it has some MTV thing they were at. It's like long. They were doing interviews. Look at them in their 22 years ago glory. Lydia.
How about that?
Look at that. Even your fave. I'm not turning on the sound. So anyway, so there you go. So that is what inspired this. So I was like, you know what? I don't think we've actually reviewed a 98 Degrees album.
Yes, we did. 98 and Rising.
So then I was like, we've done one. So yeah, so we have not done the full list of 98 Degrees albums, and I figured, you know what? Why not? So today we are talking about Revelation. So Revelation is the fourth studio album by American boy band 98 Degrees, released September 26, 2000. This is from our lovely Wikipedia. Love this.
Are you sharing the screen?
I am not going to share the screen. Okay. I don't think people need to see this.
Okay.
The album features the hit single, Give Me Just One Night, which became their highest charting single as a lead artist, peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, staying there for 2 consecutive weeks. The album debuted at number 2 on Billboard 200, selling 276,343 copies in its first week, making Revelation the band's best charting album and highest first week sales on the Billboard 200. That was really cute.
It was a revelation.
Why is this cute?
Because the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were like 1 million a day, but still, that is amazing numbers. Kudos, 98 Degrees. According to Nielsen SoundScan, the album ended up selling 2.5 million copies in the US alone. At the time, Gimme Just One Night, Una Noche became the most added top 40 single in history, with 170 ads on radio in its first week, allowing the song to debut strongly at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the highest charting single in its debut week by a boy band, a feat that is yet to be surpassed by any other boy band to date.
What?
I don't understand that, but yes, okay. So I guess
for them.
The band has debuted at number 1. Okay. I have no way of checking this, but I will
Explain the stat to me again.
I will read the line again. It says, Una Noche became the most added top 40 single in history with 170 ads on radio in its initial week. So I guess that means it was added to 170 stations.
Okay.
In its first week, allowing the song to debut strongly at number 2 at the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the highest charting single in its debut week by a boy band, a feat that is yet to be surpassed by any other boy band to date.
What's an ads?
Adding.
I think that part is irrelevant.
You think that no other boy band has debuted higher than number 2?
That's what I think they're saying. In the first week only.
Interesting. Okay.
It seems odd, but apparently it's true.
Well, kudos, 98 Degrees.
Good for them, big ups to them.
Nick, Jeff, Justin, and Drew. Good job, guys. So this album was released September 26, 2000. It was recorded February to July 2000.
It's blue and it has them standing around in a semicircle.
Here, I will show
Looking
you what
kinda,
the picture looks like. Share.
Forlorn? I don't know. What's this
Looking
emotion that they're
forlorn.
doing?
That is a boy band pose.
They're probably like, use your smoldering look.
Yeah.
And then we have like a little peek of the 98-degree tattoo coming off of Jeff's arm.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Justin's wearing a fedora.
Of course.
Nick is
His
wearing
signature look,
a
isn't it?
body-hugging sweater with a wide neck, standing off in the background, boat neck. And then Drew is gazing off, facing the other way. Jeff's face looks hilarious. I don't know why. Okay. Anyway, so we have made notes. We have things, and we are going to do our traditional. Let's read the name of the song.
We're just gonna say our notes, and we're not gonna go that long.
Yes, you got it.
Okay, sure. I don't think we normally do, but okay, sounds good. Okay.
We don't normally do an hour and 17 minutes later.
Also, I'm going to point out that I also asked in a group that I belong to called Still Loving 98 Degrees if they have any favorite songs or favorite memories. I'm going to save that till the end because I don't want it to like take away from what, to sway what your favorite songs are. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to...
That could not possibly happen.
Just to see. You know what? I haven't actually even read all of the comments yet, so it'll be a surprise for all of us.
All
so
right.
there you go.
All right.
Okay, so let me just pull up my notes. Do you have your notes pulled up?
Yes. Let us begin at
Let us
the
begin with the
Wikipedia
very
article.
first song.
Question they love to read off who made what.
Okay, so the very first song, Give Me Just One Night.
Una noche.
Okay, so that was written by Anders Begg, Anthor Bergesson, and Claudia Ogdegale. Again,
My favorite part is you reading the names.
I wonder if these people were in Europe somewhere. The producers were Begg and Anthor. Yes, it doesn't say where these.
Right? Are you serious?
These
Sweden.
people
That
are from
explains
Sweden,
it.
So they're Swedish. So there you go. 98 Degrees was not under the Lou Reign, right? They did their own thing.
They're from Motown Records, buddy.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, so most of the album seems to be Begg and Anthor as the producer. But
That's so funny. I don't know why.
All right, so Give Me Just One Night, Una Noche. Let's start with that. My comment is...
Wait, how are we doing it? Sorry.
Yeah, it's usually Sophia, Diane.
Don't we usually finish with Diane?
No, we finish with you because then...
No,
we always start with Chinzia.
Oh, who do we end with?
You or Diane, I can't remember.
Oh.
I think we end with Diane. We end with Diane.
Yeah, I think it's Diane that we
What
end
does
with.
it matter? What are we doing for this particular episode?
Chinzia, Sophia, Lydia, me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I said it's a classic. It's fire. It's a fire song. It's a good song, man. One night, it's like, it was a hit. It was on the radio everywhere. So excellent song. Good job, 98 Degrees.
I basically wrote the same. Catchy song. Love it. Great to sing along to. Amazing in concert.
I wrote, so good. Freaking banger. Sexy AF. Can't help but get up and dance to this one.
In concert, Lydia gets very excited when this song starts playing.
It's a good song.
Arguably 98 Degrees is best song.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, 100%.
98 Degrees is very open about the fact that they don't dance. They don't really do the upbeat thing. I personally always feel a little awkward, even I do now, reviewing 98 Degrees albums, because, technically there's nothing wrong with them.
I know.
They're talented. The songs are good. I'm not a ballad person.
I know.
Typically. So I find it hard to think of positive things to say because I'm just this song is technically good. I have there's nothing about it that I can particularly pick out to say this is my problem with it. It's just I don't really like ballads. But this song is not a ballad and one of their only upbeat songs, and therefore it is one of my favorites.
Yeah. It's
we all agree.
I just want to say, so again, as we always say before we get to any of this stuff,
Those are
is
opinions.
that these are our opinions. Everybody has their own opinions, and we all like kind of like different things. Again, I'm not very ballady either.
Why are you looking at me? I'm like,
It depends on the
man.
song, I think.
And prior to this album review, I have not actually listened to this whole CD before. Like I had heard a couple of the singles on air, so these were like the first time
Oh,
I
same.
listened.
Yeah, so it's like the rest of the album just goes downhill from here, guys. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna say fair, yes.
After this disclaimer we gave, I can fairly say that.
Okay.
I think.
Well, anyways.
There may be like
I
four
thought
good
it was a
songs
pretty
on
good
here.
album, guys.
4 good songs, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, wow. Okay. So moving along. So the next song is "The Way You Want Me To." The way you want me to. Sorry, I didn't realize this Wikipedia article also gives you who the lead vocals are. So that's pretty cool. So for "Give Me Just One Night," Nick Lachey and Jeff Timmons.
Well, that's
so-
obvious.
You know what? You know what's interesting though?
And in the
Is
video,
that-
it's obvious.
Okay, well, yes. But what's interesting is that I find that the more that we see boy bands, the more that we can start like differentiating their different voices and stuff.
Yes.
That it's like, so now, like as I was listening to this album, I was like, there's Jeff, and there's like, there's Nick again, and then whatever, right? So I thought that was kind of interesting because I feel like that's like the more you see somebody, the more
Okay.
things happen. But also Chris, we had mentioned previously that he was on The Masked Singer as the Hummingbird, and he had made a comment in his thing saying that like my fans know my voice, so
Yes.
regardless if whatever I'm wearing, that people will still be able to pick you out.
Yeah.
So like the hardcore fans will still. So
yeah,
Which
there you
is
go.
fair assessment.
Fair assessment. So anyways, moving along. So next song is "The Way You Want Me To." The lead vocal is Nick Lachey. This was written by Nick Lachey, Andrew Lachey, which I believe is Drew, but I've never heard him referred to as Andrew.
neither,
So
yeah. Me
neither.
Makes sense. That is obviously his name, but
Yeah.
okay. So Anders Baggy, which is the Swedish guy, and Anthor Bergeson, also from Sweden, and they are the two producers as well. So I said it's upbeat and catchy. I'm like, I recall singing along to this song in concert. And then I was wondering if it was a single, because I was like, why do I know this song? Or do I only know this song because they perform it in concert?
Maybe because of the concert.
I'm trying to see if I can find
But it could be both.
You know what? It doesn't say what the singles are. That's really bizarre. This is a very oh yes, no. It was not a single. Okay. So anyways, I liked it. I put a star beside it. I enjoy that song. So there you go. "The Way You Want Me To." Way you want me.
I put fun, catchy, upbeat song. Love it. Good sing-along song.
I put pretty good, good beat, nice harmony, not bad. Right.
Is that a disclaimer about the album being shit and you gave it a semi-okay?
It's just not bad.
What
She
she
said
said
it's
was
going
it goes
downhill.
downhill, so she didn't say, yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. Having also never really listened to this album all the way through, I was pleasantly surprised that this was another like semi-upbeat song. But like in comparison to Una Noche, like you can't. They did because they put them back to back, spread it out.
Yeah,
Then maybe if it's after a few ballads, I'll be like, ooh la la. But no, you put it right after that one, and I'm like, well, this is just not as good as the other one. I'm not comparing; they're comparing. Don't put two songs like that back to back. What are you doing?
Like Diane has talked about this in the past about how the album has to have a feel, right? It has to, you have to, start off good, end off good,
Make it flow.
Yeah, so I totally agree with you.
In order, you're feeling things like if right after Una Noche, I'm on a high, right? I'm like, yeah, right? And I can maybe understand, like, I don't know if anyone's watched How I Met Your Mother, but like, there's a whole episode about how Barney has like a Get Hype mix, and it's just like, he's like, most people think that Get Hype mix has to have like ups and downs, like ebbs and flows, but his is just all up. And I can understand in a sense that you kind of, I mean, I'm sure like NSYNC has done it and whatnot, where you like follow up a banger with a banger. Like you follow up Bye 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 with It's Gonna Be Me. Like they're, you know, but then you have to like dip into something slower. And if you're 98 Degrees and you don't have a lot of up-tempo songs, then no, do not follow up a banger with another up-tempo song. You got to spread it out, because then by the end of your album, I'm snoozing.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, that's a fair.
If your album's all up-tempo, cool, or like mostly up-tempo, then yes. But like, you, 98 Degrees as a band, have to know your identity.
Yes.
And like, Una Noche, couple nice songs, maybe something mid-tempo right after would have been good.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. No,
and then couple ballads, then this. Then I would have been like, ooh, you know?
Yeah. I can see it. I see it.
You're forcing me to compare Una Noche to, I can't even now remember the name of this song.
The Way You Want Me To.
And it's just not as good. It's still decent. I didn't dislike it. It's just not as good as Una Noche. And you're making me compare the two because they're back to back.
Yeah.
Sorry, is your lighting dark?
Yeah, Chindia's doing some foolery around here, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Did you find what you needed to find?
No, I didn't. So I might be just insane. So moving on.
You are insane, but that's okay.
Yes.
Okay. So would you like to move on to the next song?
I would be delighted to move on to the next song. So the next song is called Stay the Night. Lead vocals are Nick Lachey and Jeff Timmons. Again, Baggy Bergeson wrote it along with Reed Vertelene, and Bag and Arnthor produced it. Okay. Oh, this one, there was an American producer on this one. So anyways, Stay the Night. So I said it gives me Westlife vibes, and I was trying to find the song that it reminds me of.
That's what you're doing.
And apparently this song doesn't exist, or it's just in my head, or I have the lyrics wrong. So it's like that, you know, that like, oh, I can't even sing it anymore. It's like the lyric has gone from my head. It sounded Westlife-y or Christmassy. It was slower. I thought it was a pretty good song. So yeah, I kind of like this. You know that like, say a little prayer to say you will be there. I don't know.
Say a little prayer for you.
No, it's
that
that song. And I say a little prayer, and that you will all be there. Like that one. Is this a song? Am I insane? This is the song that came into my head when I heard this song.
I feel like it is a song.
So what you're saying is you listen to the song and your brain imagined a more fun song.
No, it just thought this is another. It's another slow song. It was another slow song, but it's like a nice, it's like a nice song. It sounded nice. I don't know. Anyways, I like this song. It was pretty good. So there you go.
I wrote not bad, but also, oh my gosh, when is this song gonna end? Fast forward.
I wrote Harmony's ballad. It's okay, kind of meh. Chins definitely won't like this.
Wow.
That's the confusing parts. Yeah, this is, I guess, I was off. You normally hate ballads, but I guess this one reminded you of something else.
Maybe you just like the other song that you're thinking of.
I liked this song too. I thought it was a pretty good song.
There was nothing wrong with the song. It just isn't for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just nice. It sounded nice. It was appealing to my ear. I wasn't like offended by it.
You were not offended by it.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe even stick this song because it's a good song. It's a good song. Between those two up-tempo songs to sort of, you know, spread shit out.
Spread it out. Yeah, that's true.
Fair.
We all talk, Chinzia.
Okay, moving along to the next song.
She's just obsessed with this thing.
Now it's stuck in my head. Okay, anyways, this song is called, the next song is Yesterday's Letter Lead vocals Drew Lachey, Nick Lachey, Jeff Timmons. Drew, Jeff, Baggy, and Brigison wrote this song, and Bag and whatever, and Thor. How the hell do I say this word? Arn, A-R-N, Thor. Arn Thor, Bag and Arn Thor.
Arn Thor?
Arn Thor. So there you go. So they said it. I said it had a very sad and depressing start. I know this. You can just walk away. I'll never hide the way I feel for you. So it's sorry, I was trying to find the lyrics here.
Yesterday's letter. Number 5.
Letter. It's in a different order.
I know.
Is it number 4?
Okay, so this was it. So I guess this is kind of like a breakup song. So they're like, they're no longer they're apart now, and he can't forget the words that you said and all this other stuff. So he can't hide his pain. So he wrote this letter, blah, blah, blah. So, I said it was kind of sad and depressing. Kind of followed through. So, yeah.
I wrote slow song, not bad.
I wrote it's ballad, kind of somber. I'm not really sure what story this is actually trying to tell.
Okay.
What is it trying to tell?
It's been a long week, and I found it very hard to focus on this song after it started. I was just like,
Yeah, that's how I felt about a lot of.
There was nothing stand out about it to me.
Sorry, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, and it sounds bad. Like, I'm trying to think of something positive. Again, it wasn't bad. It's not that the song is bad. And maybe the lyrics are beautiful if I was in a better frame of mind to really take them in and listen to them.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't get into it.
No, me neither.
And maybe it's just because, like I said, it's been a long week.
Yeah, no,
all
it's
good in the
Fair. Fair.
All right. So the next song after yesterday's letter is called He'll Never Be, bracket, What I Used to Be to You. So lead vocals are Nick Lachey and Jeff Timmons. And then there is a spoken vocal by Justin Jeffrey.
Yeah.
This was written by Jeff Timmons, Carl Sturken, and Evan Rogers. And Sturken and Rogers produced it. Sturken and Rogers are New York-based producers and songwriters. So I wrote, it was upbeat, and I said it's dissing the new guy. This new guy is not as good as the 98 Degrees gentleman. And then I said, I gave you all my love. What were you thinking of? Was it just a game? So he's very hurt that this chick has left him for some other dude. And he's like, what the hell? I was amazing. This guy's not going to be able to do all this stuff. I gave you all my love. What are you thinking of? Guess it was just a game. Guess it's all the same to you. It's too late to try again. The story's at an end. It's time for moving on. Now what you going to do? So anyways, it was like an upbeat breakup song, I guess. So there you go. So that's what my thoughts were on that one.
Okay, I wrote upbeat song, not bad. Although I like the first 2 songs better on this album.
I like the lyric where it's if you want to play the fool. I'm like, that's cute. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
A good song about post-breakup.
Yeah. It's something different, which is good. They did break up, as I said. We did 2 up-tempo, then we did 2 ballads now. So they didn't totally mess it up. Could they have been spread out more? Sure. Also, the title is too long. Is my only other critique. You got to shorten that.
Yeah.
Got to make it more upbeat and catchy, man.
I agree.
To the point. We need to
To the point.
But it's something different for them, which I appreciate that they took a risk here, because I think it kind of paid off. It's not bad.
All right. So the next song, would we call it a song? It's just a random mid-break. What should we call it?
An
Spotify
interlude?
just called it interlude. According to Wikipedia, it is called I'll Give It All Interlude.
Mm-hmm.
Lead vocals of 98 Degrees. The writer is Devin Beer. No producer, apparently. It is only 39 seconds long. And you know what? Since it's so short, I'm just gonna read it out to you guys because my notes, all they say is moon, stars, heart. So I'll give you the moon at night. I'll give you the stars to light your eyes. I'll give you the sun to make just one more dawn. So another day may come. I'll give you my heart and soul. I'll be there to catch you when you fall. When you ask me what, I'll give you, girl. I'll give it all. Beautiful.
Yeah, totally,
There you go.
totally.
Do they perform this in concert? I feel like when I heard it, it sounded, or is it because it's kind of like a clip of another song?
It
I don't
sounds
remember.
like them just singing
Yeah, it's just
harmony.
You know,
That's what
just-
they do all the time.
let's just break up this album with a really quick 40-seconder.
I needed a break. I marked this as one of my favorites. Seriously. I'm like, oh, thank God it's short.
Oh my God,
and-
really? I skipped this part because I was like, I don't need to listen to this. Who cares? So I just moved to number 6.
Did you? I
Yeah.
just said it's very pretty harmonizing. They did a good job. And it was short and I loved it.
Excellent. Beautiful.
Unnecessary, but
You know,
nice.
This could have been a fun
And
bonus track.
I would just like to say that is not an offense to 98 Degrees. I think all interludes are unnecessary. Even that stupid one on that Backstreet Boys album, it's a waste of my time.
Interlude.
The one with Kevin's talking?
No,
No, the
that-
unsuspecting Sunday afternoon.
yeah, it's on the
Unbreakable. album?
Unbreakable album. They start with an interlude, and it's stupid.
They're usually
What
stupid.
exactly is an interlude? It's just like a.
I don't know. It's a waste of my time.
It's an intermission on the CD.
It's
Trying to bring you
unnecessary.
back to some goodness. Here's
It's
a few things.
unnecessary.
It's a bathroom
And-
break.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I
Here's,
mean,
here's their voices.
they sound nice. They're talented singers, but like, quit wasting my time. Let's get to the next song.
Well, according to the dictionary, an intervening period of time, enjoying a lunchtime interlude, a pause between acts of a play,
Oh my god.
something performed during a theater intermission. So essentially, it's an intermission. Oh, what is it in music?
That's what I said.
Okay, interludes are usually short tracks that aren't standalone pieces, and their forms are as varied as the artists who choose to include them. A tradition stretching back decades. Interludes are found in all genres of music, yet are often a staple of R&B and hip hop albums.
Ah, there it is. Okay. And
There you go.
this,
Well, we're not in an R&B or in.
but here,
Well,
blah, blah,
according
blah, blah.
to Wikipedia, it is pop and R&B is the genre of this album.
yes,
So,
I tried explaining to Kenny today about who 98 Degrees is because he didn't really get where they
How
fit
did he not
in the
get
boy
it?
band realm, right? So what I kind of explained to him was like, okay, so you know how like Lou Pearlman made a boy band, right?
Yes, he definitely does.
And they were Transcontinental Records, right? I think.
Yes.
Okay. And then eventually
You
Drive
said
and
a
all
boy
that other
band,
stuff.
that was- yes, sorry.
Yeah, that's
Record company, yes.
that's yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Transcontinental.
So Lou Pearlman had Intercontinental Records,
Transcontinental.
who did NSYNC, Backstreet, O10, right? So so Motown owned 98 Degrees, and that was like their answer to the boy band, kind of,
Yes, their version.
right? So Motown is mostly R&B, mostly like you know so like they came from a different place. You know what I mean? So that's why 98 Degrees has more ballady stuff because like these guys, Motown Records, they're the ones who did like Boyz II Men and all that, right? So that's like where they're like, okay, so yeah.
That's where their
So-
bread and butter is.
Yeah. So like whereas Lou relied more on looks, Motown relied more on talent.
Okay.
For sure.
So,
Yeah.
so these guys are very good singers, but they're not the abs men. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some of them are. Jeff Timmons definitely.
Well, I
is
mean,
an
like,
abs
okay,
man.
yes, but just
Okay. All right.
I'm
I
more,
get what you're saying. I get
I'm
what
more
you're saying.
picking on Justin Jeffries.
All band. Chris is an NSYNC. So.
Yeah, but at least Chris had a bit of sex appeal in his own way. In his own way, I will say. Listen, okay, he was the weirdo of the group, Okay, he had this little pineapple shit going on.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like in every boy band genre, there has to be the bad guy, the baby face, like you know what I mean? Like, but like the blonde one or whatever, right? But like in 98 Degrees, like they all had like brown hair, except for that Justin attempt, which we won't talk about. He blind. He remember he dyed his hair blonde.
Okay, Lydia.
I'm just saying.
I feel like this interlude has gone off on a way.
Yeah, just like the interlude, this was an intermission. So, and now we're back.
Okay.
All right, we're back on track now.
I get what
Thank
you're
you.
saying.
Okay.
I also get it. Don't worry.
All
Okay.
right. Moving along. Now we have My Everything.
You are my everything.
Dang.
Okay, I thought there was
I
something
don't-
more. Okay.
There is, but we don't know
so
what
that
it
is lead vocals are Nick Lachey and Drew Lachey. So bros. Oh, they're each other's everything.
Mm-hmm.
In a weird
That's weird.
no, sorry, I take that back. Anyway, so it was written by Nick Lachey, Baggy Bergeson, and Justin Jeffrey.
Woo!
And it is produced by Bag and Anthor. This was actually their second single. It was released November 6th, 2000. So the first one was Give Me Just One Night on a Noche, which was July 24th. So 2 singles came off of this album. This is the second one. I wrote, okay, so I was listening to this in the car with Mom on the way here. And she said, I like this song. That was the first comment she'd made this entire album.
What a noche didn't give her?
You know what? I skipped over.
Oh, well then, of
I'm
course.
like, I know that song. I don't have to
Naturally.
So anyways, so I wrote, it's another classic, a good classic song. Great vocals. I said it's a slow song, but it's not boring. And then I never noticed the bended knee part. And doesn't another boy band use that? And then that was my thought this morning.
On bended knee? Is that he
Who
says that?
Yes.
I think it's Boys to Men.
Boys to Men, I think. But yes, so.
I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
my everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every night I pray on bended knee that you will always be my everything. So
Yes,
I
that's
never noticed
very
that.
nice.
It's just like it's a nice song. It's a nice romantic song. It's
Yeah, this
just
was a good one,
It's a
actually.
good song.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
my turn.
Yep.
It's a classic. Jessica Simpson is in this music video, so makes me to believe that this song he probably wrote for her when they were together.
Aww.
That's so cute.
So I loved it.
Probably.
Yeah, this was a good one. This was, I said, so good, very pretty, feels like a cuddle to your heart.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That was a
Aw,
nice
look
one.
at you. You should write some.
I know, right? Seriously.
Yeah. I recognize this one, obviously.
Excellent.
But I recognize it, but also I felt like I forgot about it. Like when I think about 98 Degrees songs, this was not one of the ones that comes to the top of my mind. And I can't even remember specifically, is this the song they serenade the people with on stage? Like when they bring the girls on stage. Is it this song they sing?
Maybe.
Because I can't put my finger on. I would imagine they perform it
They
when they
definitely
do their shows, but I couldn't specifically remember it.
It
And
is.
then I was
they,
like,
switch through the chairs. And
and then I was like, I'm pretty sure this is actually the part where they bring the girls on stage. And the reason that I never focus on the song is because I'm so focused on like how great it is for these girls.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and like, oh, that's so
One day, I would
amazing,
just
and like
love to do
whatever.
I would like to do it as well.
You know, and I'm not focusing on the song.
Yep, you are correct, my friend, because I looked back on our YouTube page, so go check that out.
YouTube.com/boybandbreak.
And when we went to go see them at Fallsview Casino,
The last concert before the pandemic?
in 2020, that is the song that they are serenading the girls on stage to. It's My Everything.
Bam.
It's like a nice
Wonderful.
song. Here's the woo.
Your
It's
girl
a
knows
great
what
moment
she's
for them.
talking about.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's just like a nice moment. And then they go and they sing to them. And they're like, you're my everything. And you're just like, oh, and they go on bended knee in front of
But
them.
don't you feel like that's the reason you don't focus on the song as much? Because I was like, why can't I remember this? Why don't I remember this song? Like I remember it, but I don't remember it.
Yes.
And then I'm like, I bet you it's the Serenade song.
It
And
is, and it, you know what? It is a perfect song for serenading. I think that's like
Yes.
an excellent song. So good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It was a right move to make this a single, because this is
Yeah.
like the only other song
Doesn't
of
remember
note
it.
on here. And then I was wondering, well, it's true. It's just that's my opinion, guys.
It's funny because it's true.
And like, and then sometimes I'm just like, do we like these songs because they were singles? Or, but then when you said the mom comment, mom would have never listened to 98 Degrees back in the day. So for her to
Yeah,
like
but it
it,
might
that
have
means that
played
the
on,
song
like-
had some merit a little bit.
Yeah, true.
And then I sometimes wonder, how do they pick singles? Like, do they like have like a listening party and be like, hey, did you zone out? Okay, not this one. Did you like this one? Okay, perfect. Like, you know?
I think singles are more determined by the record label, and like they do market research of like which songs they think would like
Yeah.
Or maybe
you know
they're
attract people or like
songwriters
you know
and-
whatever.
I can hear what you're saying. Sorry, Diane first, and then Chinzia talking.
From what it seems like, the very little knowledge that I have, I feel like a lot of the times the bands don't have as much control over what songs get chosen as singles.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they have a say, but they don't have the final say.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true.
What were you gonna say?
I was saying like sometimes it's also like maybe the record labels are in cahoots with the writer or the producer to promote certain things or whatever. But also even remember Serial Joe's last single.
Yes.
Haven't talked about them in a while. Last Chance at the Romance Dance, that album.
Yeah.
And then the song that you were dancing with.
Completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That song was not at all like the sound of the rest of the Serial Joe album.
No,
That song being a single ruined them
it did ruin them.
because everyone thought that they had now gone super
Pop.
poppy and whatever, which it wasn't. And the rest of the album is not like that.
No.
But the record label insisted that they wanted that song
As their
to
single.
be the single.
Yeah.
And they like did all the stuff for that. And then, yeah, so there you go. There you go, my friend. So singles can actually make or break careers and things like that. So there's lots of people who are coming up with these ideas and, you know, not always the artist. But anyways, my everything, excellent.
Yeah,
single.
it was, that was a
job.
good choice for us.
Yeah.
All right, next. You Should Be Mine. Lead vocals, Nick Lachey and Jeff Timmons. Spoken vocals, Justin Jeffrey.
Why?
It was written by Nick Lachey, Paul Cruz, and Rhett Lawrence. And Rhett Lawrence is the producer. American. Okay, so You Should Be Mine. So mom's comment was, I like the beat on this one, but I can't make out the words.
Yes.
So then I put the volume up. It helped slightly, but not that much. So I wrote, I guess, some lyrics that said, I want to be the one to hold you tight. I want to show you, you should be mine. And then I said it kind of sounded a little like digital in the chorus. I don't know. And
They're definitely using auto-tune on this album.
Yes. And then I was singing along by the end. So yeah, I did not mind this song. It was a fun beat. It was good. So yeah, that's what I got.
Soph?
Okay. I put don't really like this one.
Yeah. I wrote, it's okay, it's a head nodder sound. It's like, I was nodding
Like you're
my head
nodding
to
off
it.
to go to sleep.
No, I'm just like, eh. Like kind of like elevator music. It's like, this is okay. This is okay. But like, I will say, like, not like you mentioned mom's comment, and it's kind of, I did notice that throughout the album. And this could have been like an early 2000s thing where like in some of the songs, the vocals take a backseat to the music, which I was really surprised about. Some of them you just can't hear what they're saying, and I'm just like, I'm like, is this like, am I like listening to like a shitty, like, you know, like sometimes on YouTube, you know, like a recording of a recording. No, I was on YouTube. I was on the 98 Degrees official verified account, and it still sounded like that, and I was like,
Interesting.
it was I noticed that throughout the album, but we'll get into that later.
But it did sound very kind of like, not like digital get down, but I felt
No.
like there was some digitally things happening.
It was the early 2000s.
Yeah. This was I can't remember if Chinzia had mentioned this off the top or not. This was early 2000s. This was was this the last album 98 Degrees released before they went on hiatus?
I'm just gonna double check because I was wondering the same thing.
Probably.
There's a 2.0 that came out in 2013. So yes, this was the.
Okay, that's what I thought. And this is also kind of the end of the boy band era of the 90s, like from about 96, 97 to around 2002-ish. 2002 we really start to dip in the popularity of boy bands, and like by 2003 nobody cares about them anymore.
Ironically, about 2002, technically that's the last 98 Degrees album. It was a compilation album.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, so this was the first last album before.
Yeah. So I think, because if we think about even 2001, NSYNC was basically done.
Right.
Backstreet Boys were going on hiatus because AJ was in rehab. Why are you making that face?
Sorry, I was looking. I'm going to remail that later.
She's listening to you, but also
listening, but I
reading
was
other
also
things.
reading
And O-Town's kind of doing their thing, but they're obviously very different from how like your Backstreet and your NSYNC was. And I think 98 Degrees was kind of like, this is our chance to capitalize on Backstreet and NSYNC having to like sort of take a back seat here. Like Justin's going solo, AJ's in rehab. O-Town's kind of trying to do their thing. They're succeeding a little, but they're not really. We have more of a platform than them. We're going to try to fill this void, but they are not. And this is their own, like by their own admission, they are not that traditional boy band formula, as Lydia was explaining.
Yeah.
Because they don't dance. There's no choreo. There's no like big production of, out costumes and
there are four guys from Ohio.
They're not like doing videos or anything. Yeah.
And all this stuff.
No messages.
So I see what they were trying to do, and this song is a good like sort of example of like, I see what they were trying to do here.
Yeah.
They were taking a risk, as I said, with the last kind of up-tempo song. It just doesn't fit. They more so than any of the other boy bands are a vocal harmony group.
Yeah.
And while that may not be everyone's favorite type of music, like some people love it.
Yeah, yeah.
While it may not be our favorite type of music, that's their genre.
Yeah.
They're more of a Boys to Men. They're more of a, who's that other group that I'm thinking of? Like Temptations, kind of. They live in that realm. I get what they were trying to do. I really do.
Yeah.
And valiant effort. It just, a swing and a miss. I'm sorry. Like,
Alrighty.
It's kind of like, it's like Backstreet Boys is like the Coca-Cola, and
You're saying they're like RC.
they're like RC Cola. Like they're just like, who wants some RC?
No,
You're like,
the
it's
best.
okay.
The best was when, like 2 years ago, 2 years ago, when the vaccines started rolling out, and like Backstreet Boys were Pfizer, NSYNC was Moderna, and then 98 Degrees was Johnson & Johnson. I'm like, it's just, it works. It's just not the one you want.
Yeah, legit, yeah.
Alrighty, well, moving on, guys. So that was
fair.
It's a good comparison,
Yeah,
actually.
true.
Yeah.
Good.
All right,
good
so
point.
you're number 8, buddy.
You don't know? We did. You should be mine. We just did that.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right,
You don't
sorry.
know. Lead vocals are Nick Lachey, Jeff Timmons, written by Nick Lachey, Louis Biancanello, Sam Waters, and Biancanello and Waters produced that. So I wrote, it was another slow one. It's another, first I wasn't sure if it was a breakup or unrequited love, then I realized it was an unrequited love. It's like, you don't know how I feel about you, you don't know what it's like. It's kind of like all that kind of thing. So then my thing was, here's an idea. If she doesn't know, tell her. Hashtag communication. Stop pining over someone who doesn't know that you love them. Whatever. Just, you know what? Take that risk. Go for it. If it works, amazing. If it doesn't work for you, you're not wasting your time on this unrequited love that is going nowhere and you're building up in your head. And then whatever. So that
Is this advice to yourself?
I'm just this is advice to anyone. I have no unrequited love. And then Mom said, I like the lotion from the hotel. And I was like, I thought she was talking. I thought she was talking about the song.
Okay.
And she said, no, I really like the lotion from this hotel. And I was like, okay, thank you. Let's way to pay attention to the song.
Face palm.
So yeah,
Thanks, Mom.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That's funny.
Notes.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's kind of like, you know, you don't know how I feel living my life without you. I'm loving you. I'm giving you my love. You don't know. I'm like, well, let her know this stuff. Go on.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
there you
suppose
go.
you're right. I suppose you're right.
Then you wouldn't have a nice slow song. Just, you know, just communicate.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, Sophia.
Sophia.
Okay, I wrote, you don't know, boring, LOL. You don't know, a skip, LOL.
Oh, man. Harsh.
I said slow song, picks up in the middle, then it becomes a power ballad. It's a bit of like a chest slapper, not like a Celine Dion chest slapper. It's like a
You're
yeah.
trying to kill yourself.
I know. It's just this one actually kind of reminded me of No One Else from Comes Close from Backstreet Boys. That's the thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
Like it was pretty good, but I just kept thinking of Backstreet Boys. Yeah,
That's a good song.
That is a good song.
Kind of building off Chinzia's point is where I was kind of going with this song.
Yeah, also enjoys her lotion.
No. I think I would have liked this song more if I heard it when I was like 15.
Okay.
Is what I was thinking. And it makes sense because, I mean, obviously, who is the song marketed towards? It's marketed towards young teenage girls who realistically aren't really going to, like, you know, especially in 2001, gonna, like, go out and, like, tell someone how they feel. Like, a lot of the times as an angsty teen, you're like, oh, I can never tell the person that I love them because, you know, whatever, they're too popular for me, or they're this or whatever, someone else is dating them. Like, it feels very teen drama.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, I feel like this is a song for teenagers, and good for them. Like, I think at an angsty teen time, I would have really liked this song. Was my
thought. All right. Excellent. So moving along to our next song, Dizzy. Lead vocals, Drew Lachey, Nick Lachey, rap. Justin Jeffrey.
Yay.
Nick and Drew Lachey wrote it, and Rhett Lawrence also wrote it, and he produced it. This was the song. Okay, I got the songs mixed up. This is the song.
this is the one
This is the one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this one was upbeat, and it gave me Digital Get Down vibes. I get next to you, and I get dizzy. Spinning around.
Wait, I just remembered something. What did you read that was so shocking?
Oh, it wasn't like shocking. Do you want me to get to that part? Do you want to do? It was kind of like what happened during that era.
Oh, okay.
It's like a quick.
It was just a timeline of 90
just like
degrees.
a quick little timeline of that album.
You can do it after.
Yeah. So I get dizzy, spinning round and round. Feet don't touch the ground. I thought it was a kind of like a fun song. So that I thought it was kind of catchy and fun. So There you go. But also, I was dizzy at the time because I was trying to write these while driving in a car on the highway, and I was feeling kind of nauseous.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ew.
So it was kind of like a full body experience.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta get those glasses. You know, the ones that are big white ones that have like the liquid in them.
I don't think those
Really? I don't know. I've seen them. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, go ahead, Soph.
I just put okay song.
I put lots of auto tune in this one. Wish this one was faster. The voices are quieter than the music on this track. Even the rap verse you can't really hear. Now that I know it's Justin, I really don't want to hear it. But it's just, yikes, man! Like yeah, it was just really not for me.
It was a bit cringe. And like, remember what I was saying about the second song being good? Like, it's.
Come on.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe if you put that song later and put one of these not as good songs, I don't know. There is a theory that says you should front load your album with like your better songs because you want people to keep listening. If you put a cringe song right in the beginning, people are gonna be like, no, everything else after it's a shit.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this is really making me wanna not keep listening.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I will say, like, this CD is like a sign of the times, right? Because like, if you think about it, I was trying to explain to Kenny, right? I'm just like, back in my day, you would go into, you'd hole into a studio and you do 12 songs and you're like, oh God, I hope one of them's fucking good. And you'd release it. You know what I mean? Whereas like nowadays, like BTS, they do like what, 5 songs?
Yeah, 8.
Lucky, right? And like and you know, they're coming out more Fast and Furious. You can sell single songs on a digital platform. Like it's so like this is so different than what is now, right? So I mean, like it's kind of like it sucks because we're judging by today's standards, but yeah, this was
And I do feel that, like, there was kind of a pressure back then to have like 10 plus songs minimum.
You had to.
Versus now, like, people are cool to put out like 8-song albums but like actually make sure that all 8 songs are really good.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, that's true. Good point.
maybe the fact that there are
killer, no killer.
Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that there are some songs that are just filler, like this is good enough, is why that kind of happened more with like old school albums.
Agreed.
Moving along, next song, The Way You Do, lead vocals Drew Lachey, Nick Lachey, written by Drew Lachey, Jim Kimball, and Tommy Lee Jones. Not that Tommy.
No, different Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee James, buddy.
Can you imagine?
James, so it is an entirely different person with a different name.
Yeah.
It was produced by Bag and Anthor. Okay, so The Way You Do, I wrote, not to be confused with
Girl, the way you do me. Oh, I know.
Makes me say
I kept thinking that too.
Together. So that was nothing like it. It just has similar words in the title.
Correct.
I go, it's slower. And I said, the way you ... no one else makes me. What does that even mean? Okay, so it's like the way you laugh at what I say, the way you look at each new day, the way your tears fall right on cue. That's what I love about you. No one else knows me by heart, takes me where I can reach the stars, makes me believe in love the way you do. So I thought when I was listening to this song, because it kind of like the sound kind of like picks up, I feel like it reminded me of a 90s rom-com montage.
Ooh.
So like I could see like this, like them falling in love and now they're at the park walking hand in hand and oh look, I spilled something or whatever. Like this is what it sounded like it would make a good 90s rom-com montage. And I said it had a nice sound to it. So I liked the way, I liked the words. It kind of was like it was cute, like, so I thought that was kind of cute. Right.
Soph?
I put not bad.
All right.
I put slow song again. Kind of cute though. There's a lyric that says, "That's what I love about you." I'm like, all right, that lyric is pretty, I guess, but just another ballad.
It feels more 98 Degrees though, especially compared to the song that they put right before it. Like as much as like I usually prefer up-tempo songs, this sort of felt like, oh, okay, this is what we're supposed to be doing. You know, that last thing was like, oh, I tried on these pants. They're a little too tight. And then this was like, I put my leggings back on. This is good.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So the next song is Always You and I, written by Nick Lachey and Rhett Lawrence, produced by Rhett Lawrence. I wrote, it is another ballad. I wrote, I'll always promise to be by your side. Always you and I, you're not alone. I'll be your light so you can see. I'll be your shining star to guide you. Like all these things. I thought it was very warm and fuzzy. And I thought it was just like a nice song. It's like, you're not alone. You have like your significant other is there for you and stuff. And then it was just like, oh, I wish I had someone for this. But yes, but it made me feel warm and fuzzy. It didn't make me feel like a loser. It was a nice song. That's where I went with that one.
Again, I put not bad.
I put, you guessed it, another slow song. I'm like, it's cute, but now they're all starting to sound the same.
It just reminded me of, you know, kind of like in Diane's house, how she has that sign, like, you're the peanut butter to my jelly or whatever like that. Like, it's what this song reminded me of. It's like, you know, like, I got you, babe. Like, we're good. Not like,
I got you, babe.
Not that song,
I would,
but it's just
I would
like, you know,
gladly
I'm
take that
there.
song. Okay, but that's
I
sweet.
complete you. I'm the other part.
Okay.
That'll help you out. Whatever.
That's sweet.
I'm kind of with Lydia. Like, it's nice, but it very much blended in with the song before it. And again, that could have just been my tiredness. But I just was kind of like, these songs are the same song twice.
Yeah.
And it's nice, but like, maybe we didn't need both of them.
True.
Agreed.
I gave them both stars, so I don't know, man.
We needed some variety on this album, you know? And that's kind of where...
This is just their sound.
Well, but
All right.
Well, again, or mix it up, like move one of them somewhere else in that track listing. Like, don't put these two songs beside each other. I don't know. They were just too similar for me.
All right.
Fair.
Fair.
I think that's
all
true.
right. So the last track on the regular album is Never Giving Up. This was written by Anders Bagge, Anthar Bergeson, Justin Jeffrey, and Jeff Timmons, and Bagge and Anthar produced it. Mom said it sounds like something you'd play at a yoga retreat. And then it cart, and she's like, okay, not a yoga retreat. Like, that's like the very beginning had some sounds. My comment is not Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
I thought it was like the Gill song. Never give up now. All my heart is in it. Like that guy. I don't know. Gil is like a really random musician.
He's a German artist.
Yeah, he's German.
Anyways, so in it I wrote, I guess this is the lyrics. Tried 1,000 times to win your love. It's never enough. I'm never giving up. Whatever. So then my advice is, my bro, move on and find someone who values you.
Yeah, but again, Chinzia, I have to say to this, these are marketed towards teenagers.
I get it.
You
but
can't
like,
think logically as a 40-year-old. You have to think like, I'm marketing these songs at, 14, 15-year-olds.
I guess, but like, if any 14 or 15-year-olds are listening, you know what? If this person is not coming back to you and they're not loving your unrequited love here, move on and find someone who values you, appreciates you.
Some good advice.
Have some self-respect and worth.
So Chinzia's advice, which she does not take herself.
I was gonna say, Chinzia,
Are you dating anyone?
That if you like someone, you should just tell them.
Yeah.
And that if someone is treating you badly, you should just leave them. Or not.
I
Interesting.
agree.
Yes, interesting, isn't it?
98 Degrees album is opening my eyes to the world.
But it's okay. Okay, Sophia.
Okay. I wrote, not great, LOL, but it is over.
No, you thought. That's what you thought.
Jesus.
There's two bonus songs.
Oh, I didn't listen to them.
Okay, I did. Okay, all right. I just said I wish this song was faster. There was overuse of the breathing sound, like your dog is taking a drink on a hot day. Sounds like.
Like panting?
I not remember that.
It says Nick's voice should have been way more prevalent than the group's vocals. There's not enough emphasis put in the right places on this song. You know, like it's like once you listen to it, you're like, I can't stop. It's like,
I didn't hear that part at all.
like,
Obviously,
oh my god, I want to like gouge out my eyeballs. I'm just like
poetry.
oh, just ah. Anyways, that's
All right.
my opinion on that song.
I don't know. Maybe I was just glad it was over. But I was like,
I was glad as well.
not bad.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just like, ooh, it's the last song. Okay, yeah. I guess they didn't end on a ballad, and that was my only, little like, oh, okay.
It's different.
Sure. Nice. It's
Did you do the 2 bonus songs? Anyone else do the 2
No.
bonus songs?
I'll just quickly
Do you
talk.
want me to just
So
tell you-
the
I'm-
US re-release bonus
Wait.
track. Can you
Okay.
imagine? Is that the song?
Yeah, can you imagine very morose song, something you would listen to in the rain?
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like crying. The Canada and US release had Chance to Love You More.
Yup, another ballad again. It's okay.
And then apparently the Japanese version also had a song called Never Let Go.
I don't know.
I'm going to assume it's another ballad.
Sure.
It's about Jack and Rose on the Titanic.
So it hit actually number 2 in Canada, number 2 in the US, number 40 in Australia, 26 in Japan. It ended
And
the
to the
year-end
Lord.
charts at 83. Nothing really exciting. Went platinum in Canada, sold 100,000 units. 2 times platinum in the US, sold 2 million units.
Jeez.
And then the quick thing that I was going to read was on this. So in the 98 Degrees section of Wikipedia, 2000 to 2002 was The Revelation. The group scored a Billboard Hot 100 #1 single in the US with the single Thank God I Found You, collaboration with Mariah Carey and Joe. Do you guys remember this song?
Nope.
Nope.
The single went gold, selling 700,000 copies. It stayed at #1 in the Hot 100s for 1 week, in the Hot 200s for 51 weeks. The single went to top 10 in the UK and received a Grammy Award for Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals for the same song. In the summer of 2000, 98 Degrees released the first single of their new album, Give Me Just One Night, Una Noche. Single went to #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was certified gold. September, the album was released, Revelation. It peaked at #2 and went 2 times platinum. The band's next singles were My Everything, which is what it said on the Revelation page. But then it didn't say that after that, The Way You Want Me To was also a single.
Huh.
So that's weird that the
Interesting.
other pages. So they both reached the top 40. So maybe that's why I know that song. Maybe it was. It said September 2001, the band appeared at Madison Square Garden alongside Luther Vandross and Usher, singing Michael Jackson's hit song "Man in the Mirror."
Ooh, nice.
The performance was part of the show to celebrate Michael Jackson's 30 years as a solo artist.
Nice.
And in 2002, 98 Degrees released a compilation album called The Collection with the new single, Why Are We Still Friends? The single reached top 40, and at that point, the group had sold over 10 million records and released 12 singles. So that's that. I'm just going to do a super quick, because I had mentioned this at the beginning, that the Still Loving 98 Degrees group. So you guys, do you want to pick your songs first?
Wait, I have one more thing.
Yes, sorry.
98 Degrees is the excuse for slow dances at teen parties. Almost all the songs on this album seem very ballady. It plays into a trope that is no longer relevant in today's youth.
All right. So do you guys want to say your top 3 first, or do you want me to say what other people had said?
We'll
Yeah,
say
let's
us
do the
first.
top 3, and then if you like that, it's okay.
All right. Who has 3?
I
Do you want me
say.
to go? Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry. Give Me Just One Night, followed by the interlude and My Everything.
The interlude, I love it.
Wow.
That's amazing. Okay, mine is Give Me Just One Night, Una Noche, The Way You Want Me To, and My Everything.
Excellent. The singles.
Mine is the same as Sophia's.
I put The Way You Want Me
to
To.
choose.
You know what? For some reason, I didn't hit Una Noche for some reason, and then I put the 2 songs near the end, The Way You Do and Always You and I don't know, maybe I was getting nostalgic near the end of the song, the albums. So those are the ones that I chose.
Interesting.
Okay, so the Still Loving 98 Degrees group, I said, hey, we're doing a review. Do you have any fun memories or facts about the album, or what's your favorite song? It's very short. There's not a lot.
Okay, good.
So Christine said, my fave, The Way You Do and You Don't Know are my favorites. I went to the taping of the first listen live for this album. So apparently they did it live. So that's
so they did a listen live and still proceeded with this album.
Yeah, when they do an album release ahead of time, they do the thing.
The fans probably love it.
Let's be real. If you went to this in
would have liked the
2000 and Nick Lachey was there in his fucking prime being like, Lydia, do you love this album?
Do you love this album?
Like, yes,
yes, I do. It's so great.
Yeah.
Everything you do is amazing.
Here's the thing, I'm saying that there's probably a video somewhere of them taping fans listening to their album. So it's like a listening party or something. So like that's pretty cool. So cool, Christine, that you got to do that. Robin, she said my everything is my favorite. Just love and repeat Una Noche.
Yeah.
My wedding song was actually my everything. I met them and when I told them, Jeff was surprised. He said, people usually choose I do.
Yeah.
And Nick is my lover boy. LOL. My husband calls him that, and it has stuck ever since. I told my husband I've been in love with that man since I was 16.
Aww.
Cliche as Robin's lover boy. Liz says, the album brings back memories of my past relationship. We were just friends when he came home to visit on military leave, and we watched the video to My Everything together. He saw Drew in his military uniform driving home to his wife and said, look, it's me coming home to you. And that was the day he told me how he felt, and we started our relationship.
Oh,
unfortunately, we broke up, leaving me crying, listening to Yesterday's Letter. So now I listen to these songs and think of that relationship. So there you go.
Sorry.
So romantic moment with Liz, and then they were also there for the heartbreak. So there you go. Kimberly says, my favorite song is My Everything, and I met them at the store in the Virgin Mega Store the day it came out, which was my 15th birthday.
Oh.
I ended up dancing to it at my wedding on November 6, 2010, which is the same day it was released as a single, granted 10 years later. So that's kind of cool. So that's, because I guess it was released in 2000 and now 2010. Somebody else just said they love all the stories. Somebody showed their hat that they recycled for the Pop 2K tour. Tara says, my favorite song is Stay the Night. I remember them coming to Toronto for promos at Much Music and a listening party at a movie theater. I was lucky enough to live in Toronto at the time. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that. Kara says, the whole album is I love the whole album. My 2 favorite songs are Never Giving Up and The Way You Do. Love those songs. And then Palace says, Revelation is my favorite 98 Degrees album. From Una Noche to The Way You Want Me To, from Stay the Night till I'll Give It All, my everything to Dizzy, from Always You and I, and Never Giving Up. I can say I love all the songs in the Revelation album.
God bless him.
So there you go. So lots of people have lots of fun memories of this song.
I would just like to say,
point
out something.
Yeah.
But Shinsuke said she didn't want our opinions to be skewed by what she read.
I didn't read any of these until
now.
But
then her opinions were skewed.
Because you were part of a 98 Degrees fan club. I didn't realize.
Yeah. It's a Facebook group. They're the people. That's how I was able to get the 98 Degrees board game. Go watch
Yes, I know. I know this.
That board game cost us a lot of money.
Go watch it. No. I'm just
a lot
saying,
of Justin Jeffrey facts.
Maybe her opinions on favorite songs were skewed by.
Definitely not, because I have no memory of anything. But
all right. I mean, okay.
Most of them were the songs that you guys
didn't pick Una Noche. You picked 2 songs that these people mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Una Noche. Okay. Una Noche is a good song.
But
no, it's a good song. Okay. Well, combine those 2 songs at the end that you guys thought were the same song anyways as to one pick. And then we'll have Una Noche.
No, you made your choice. It's okay. We were just surprised. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Pandering to the fan club, Chinzia. Come on.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
The fan club like those songs. What are you
Oh my gosh. It's okay. Don't worry.
You guys are crazy.
All right.
All right.
Anyways,
Shout out to 98 Degrees fans that are still here. We do love them. And kudos. Shout out to Jeff Timmons for always liking things, and we love him.
Yes.
Love
Shout
to have you on
out
our podcast.
to Nick Lachey for being gorgeous. Good job. Keep it up, buddy.
And if anyone wants to go see the Christmas shows with 3/4 of 98 Degrees, go check those out. A boy band Christmas, I believe is what they're called.
A boy band
Great.
Christmas, right?
Not to be confused with a
A
boy
boy
band.
band.
Band holiday.
you know, I still never watched that. Anyways, thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.